Terra 3 Saitama, the human that was able to take the name One Punch Man to the absolute limit, completely disregarding and overpowering beings with beyond infinite power. Throughout One Punch Man, Saitama has been known for being the strongest throughout the verse, but this verse has been quite weak compared to other mangas out there. With the community taking this into account, a fan version has been made, Terra 3, the battle between Saitama and Garou at both of their full potentials, the battle between the human without evil versus the human who became evil, beginning the fight with Garou's classic entry, appearing out of the mist, but this time he doesn't just have the knowledge of all energy, but he has become a complete avatar. With a single thought, Garou can control all things and direct all forces to his own use, immediately launching a punch at Saitama with the power of a supernova. This power is circulating throughout all of Saitama's cells, erupting, the explosion being so intense that it in itself scaling above the slow and great wall, destroying the entire universe. But Saitama isn't phased one bit, punching Garou straight in the chest, launching him beyond sight in an instance. Blast now using his abilities to collapse this event, vanishing the attack into nothing. Garou now realizing that Saitama's strength simply cannot be matched by anything inside the universe, so he's going to use the universe itself. But we're now introduced into what makes these characters beyond scaling itself, cosmology, revealing that the term or concept of infinity isn't able to be applied to the universe as it's simply irrelevant. Even models like the von Neumann universe barely cover a small fraction of the cosmology. The von Neumann universe being a set of finite structures that transcend infinity, being placed at high order throughout scaling with infinite and finite cardinals, and this all is now in the palm of Garou's hand, striking Saitama with high universal levels of power, but Saitama just stops the attack with one hand, telling Garou they should fight somewhere else, creating his own dimensional time array where consequences don't affect reality. Garou now tapping into the multiverse, but stating that even an infinite amount of the universe we explained earlier still isn't strong enough, striking Saitama with divine power, erasing all concepts of space and time around Garou's body, destroying everything. But Saitama has finally decided to reveal the power that he's been holding back, Toon Force. Even though Saitama doesn't have any space or time, he's still there, able to move around freely and fight Garou. Garou now transforming Saitama into a 2D character just to give him the edge and not allow Saitama to actually hit him, as they're different dimensional beings now. The manga now revealing that the universe Garou has made is divided into endless lines based on its own number, each line being straightened in sequence so that the starting line is itself the size of the universe, and with every line overlapping, the difference in cosmology is unimaginable, beyond the own cognition of our minds. But Garou defines this process of endless lines as a timeline strike, combining an infinite amount of these endless line universes and stacking them on top of each other, creating a high order timeline convergence strike and using it against Saitama, putting the One Punch Man through something that is known to be a higher level of profound universe built on zero and infinite matter and reality. But Saitama just shakes it off, launching a punch at Garou, but Garou cuts the reality in between both of them, cancelling out Saitama's punch. Garou now stating that all he has to do to defeat Saitama is change his underlying settings, but in the process of doing so, coming straight to a stop that none could get past. Every underlying setting of Saitama is the word invincible. Not a single one can be changed, revealing that Saitama cannot lose. Garou now declaring that the concept of mankind will cease to exist. Not the actual mankind, the concept in a whole, but Saitama stating two words: fix it, completely overpowering Garou and revealing that Saitama himself is also an avatar over this boundless set of cosmology. But as he turns his head to finish Garou off, he's shocked by what he sees. Garou's created a real universe, giving Saitama everything he could ever wish for: money, fame, charisma, power, and everything else a human could want. But as Garou's walking off, finally thinking he's won, Saitama turns around, calling Garou's name, breaking the reality he was in, punching Garou, stating that he didn't stay in that reality because he's only a hero as a hobby. All the things he was offered simply don't have value. As Garou's appearance is falling apart, he seems to have come to the conclusion that Saitama simply cannot lose. The fight between them has almost destroyed reality twice, but out of nowhere, Garou is changed into his true form, turning to face Saitama, stating that the battle has only just begun, revealing that this whole time he wasn't even serious. But what Garou doesn't know is that the One Punch Man didn't even have to begin to get serious once during their fight. At any moment if Saitama became serious, Garou's dead. Overall, Terra 3 Saitama being a human that transcends the tier of boundless itself, scaling to infinite layers into boundless due to the fact that Garu's strikes did absolutely nothing, also having Toon Force and being an avatar to the cosmology of the verse. Speed scaling to irrelevant and inaccessible as he was able to transcend all reality and flow throughout dimensions at speeds beyond tearing. So I guess our question has finally been answered. The human without evil has become victorious over the human that became evil. But now there's only one question left unanswered. Does this version of Saitama defeat every version of Goku out there? Personally, I think so. But if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Also, let me know in the comments who I should scale next or any matchups I should cover. Love you all. See ya.